Hi Logan and John, welcome to confirmation class again. Look forward to getting together with you next Wednesday in person at the Youth Center again. So the first part of confirmation class today is to take your quiz, and that will be on the second commandment and its meaning. And so you'll have to say, what is the second commandment? It is, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. And what does this mean? We should fear and love God so that we do not curse, swear, conjure, lie, or deceive by his name, but call upon him in every time of need and worship him with prayer, praise, and thanksgiving. So you can pause the video now and say that for your mom or for your dad. Okay, I'm sure you did well on your quiz. If not, pause the video again and say it until you can say it without stumbling over the words and doing a good job. Thank you. Now I assigned you to read Matthew chapters 9 through 12 and Psalm 4. Again, my goal for you is that you develop a habit of reading your Bible and praying every day. And if you can pick the same time to do this every day, the more likely it is that you'll keep doing it every day. And so pick a time and stick to it. Okay, so for class today, you have two more videos. One will be more teaching on the second commandment from Pastor Brian Wolfmueller. And he's going to teach you what Luther teaches us from the large catechism. We have the small catechism, but he's going to teach from something called the large catechism, learn a little bit more in depth about the second commandment. And I'm going to put that video in the description for this video that I'm making right here. So it should be right underneath this video. And then secondly, since you've been reading through the Gospel of Matthew, I'm going to have you watch a video about the Gospel of Matthew, chapters 1 through 13. It's kind of an introduction and overview of the Gospel of Matthew. And so that will be your class instruction today, those two videos that you can find at a link underneath this video. And then your homework for Wednesday, October 21st, which I'm also putting in the description of this video, is to memorize the third commandment, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, and then you will be quizzed on everything I've had you memorize from the small catechism up to this point. And so you'll have to say for me the first commandment and its meaning, the second commandment and its meaning, and the third commandment. But you won't have to memorize the meaning of the third commandment yet. We'll do that for the week after. For your Bible, keep reading in Matthew. You have to read Matthew chapters 13 through 16, and you'll have to read Psalm chapter 5. This week, you do have homework from Keeping Your Kids on God's Side. It's going to be on the second chapter, begins on page 22. How could a good God allow evil and suffering? And so this is on pages 22 through 27. And so you need to read and discuss this chapter with your parents, or at least with one of them, and then you must be able to summarize what you learned from me. And so I'm going to have this before me on Wednesday. I'm going to look at some of the headings, I'm going to make some highlighting, and I'm going to ask you questions about what you learned. And you should be able to have an intelligent conversation with me about what you learned from this chapter. And to be honest, I would take a little different approach with the answer to this question, and so the week following I'm going to have you study my own thoughts on the problem of evil and suffering and how most Lutherans approach this question, which might be a little bit different from how Natasha Crane. But I want you to read what she says too, because it's really good stuff, and I agree with most of it. Okay, so I think that's all I have for you. God bless you. I will keep praying for you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. You can please pray for my family. My grandpa died last Saturday, and I'm going to his funeral in North Dakota. That's on Thursday. Please keep my grandma in your prayers too, as she especially misses her husband. Okay, God bless you guys. Bye.